400% profit on my Cardano trade, 300% here on my Solana trade, 760% on my Ethereum trade, and 300% here on my Bitcoin trade. In total, I have almost $800,000 here in profit on this $3 million position. And guess what? This indicator over here is predicting something that is going to blow your mind. This indicator is so overpowered and has never been wrong in the past. So guess what, guys? You're gonna have to watch this video all the way through the end. Let's dive here straight into the video. I am getting absolutely excited right now because guess what, guys? I'm currently up here almost $800,000 here on my Bitcoin trade. And I told you guys my target was going to be over $1 million. And currently we are coming very, very close to that. So I'm going to keep holding this position. I told you guys here in the last video, before this major big move here to the upside that we saw here in the last 48 hours, that I still believe that the Bitcoin price will continue to go higher and higher. I got a bunch of DMs from people which are currently also in a long position. So congratulations if you actually did. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but guys, I had high conviction in this trade and I still have high conviction that we are going to break much and much further here to the upside. Quickly looking over here at the liquidation map, we exactly hit over here the target that I talked about here a couple of videos ago. We took out over here those shorts and we liquidated them here at around $100,000, and that gave us an extra boost here further to the upside. Absolutely beautiful. Also, if I currently look here at the funding rate, the Binance Bybit funding rate indicator over here, what we can actually see is we are still at negative territory. We are moving towards the positive territory, which can be a little bit of danger for potentially a little bit of a short-term correction. But the funding rate is still looking absolutely fine. And in my opinion, that is still going to mean that we are likely going to crush very, very soon here towards the all-time high. So next indicator over here, the M2 money supply, perfectly played out. We are still following exactly the channel that I've talked about here for a couple of weeks right now. Actually, ever since the start of this month, or well, actually last month here, the start of April, I told you guys about the M2 money supply going absolutely parabolic. And so far, we're exactly following that as well. We still have a target here around $160,000 that we are potentially about to come close to. So I am still very, very bullish here on the Bitcoin price. Of course, these altcoins, personally, I'm not a big fan of them, but I did see very huge potential and longing them because they did had a huge correction into the downside. So that was the reason why I actually longed some of these altcoins. But majorly, I'm still focusing on Bitcoin, and I am actually a Bitcoin trader here for about 9 years now. So going here over quickly to the last chart, just talking about all the charts I've talked about here, basically in the last few weeks and months. And also the hash frequency indicator I talked about very, very clearly a couple of times here. We got a buy signal indicator, and we saw here the last 2, 3, 4, and even 5, 6 times that we basically got this, or basically every single time that we actually get this over here, especially during a bull market, is we always see a significant rally here to the upside. So happened over here, and then it happened right over here, here, this move to the upside, this bigger move here to the upside, this move to the upside. So in 2019, all the way up until 2022, this indicator was 100% correct. We only basically had one failed signal over here. That was before the FTX drama. So, okay, we can understand that that one is wrong. But beside that, every single one of them has been absolutely correct and always give us a clear signal to when the Bitcoin price started rallying. So now again, the Bitcoin hash frequency indicator exactly again predicted as we have been talking about here for the last couple of weeks now. So all of this is absolutely exciting. And I think that the Bitcoin price again will continue to move further and further to the upside here. 200K is still the target here for this bull run. And let's see if we can actually hit it. I have some news here at the end of the video that are probably going to confirm that we are very likely gonna go there. So going over here to this indicator that has basically never been wrong before. I mean, this indicator over here, historically has never been wrong. Bitcoin always over here peaked out at this red area, and it always bottomed out here at this green area right over here. Every single time. So basically what we can see over here right now is we are currently at a fair market value, which is absolutely insane. And just very quickly how this indicator actually works. This indicator works based on on-chain data. And I can actually over here go quickly to the indicator about of this script. And we can actually see it right over here. It takes into account certain on-chain data like market cap real and total volume transfer to generate a visual representation here of the market cycles. So again, this indicator has been 100% accurate every single time, and it currently gives us a target here around $170,000. Now again, I told you guys $200,000 is going to be my target, and it's very likely that we will see this indicator continue to go further and further to the upside, but it shows you a very clear representation on when the Bitcoin price is overvalued and when it's actually undervalued. Now, currently, for my strategy, and just so you guys are a little bit up to date, any money that I'm about to make here in the next couple of months here moving forward, regardless it is from any of my businesses, regardless it is any of my other cash flow, other investments, trades, whatever it is, I'm looking to reinvest it into Bitcoin when Bitcoin is at the cycle lows. So right over here at around this green line over here, currently sitting around 40,000 US dollar, will probably move a little bit up. I think the next bear market bottom probably will be somewhere around 60,000 US dollar. And that is exactly going to be the level where I'm going to start buying. So I'm not going to be buying Bitcoin right now. I really went all into Bitcoin pretty much here, all the money that I had back in 2023, over here at the start of 2023. I went inside this massive long position, bought a bunch of Bitcoin as well right over here on the bottom. It was all done on YouTube. You can go back and watch those videos. As well, I did a couple of massive posts on X where I also talked about how the Bitcoin price is bottoming out, where I also clearly showed some transactions that I actually did as well here, buying Bitcoin over here at its lows. I went all into Bitcoin. And now, of course, because this has been quite a long time ago, I have some extra cash that I've been building up here for the last couple of months and, well, basically this entire year and also last year. Of course, I'm doing trading here as well, so doing all sorts of different things. And that cash, I'm going to be building that up slowly. And I'm looking to buy that at the next cycle lows against 60,000 US dollars. So I'm not looking to buy right now. Now, of course, there are some people that are saying like, what if the president starts buying Bitcoin? Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin. I would still be fine because, of course, I still have the Bitcoin that I accumulated in the past. But I think probability-wise, I don't really think that the Bitcoin price is going to do anything different that we have seen in the past, which means high cycle peaks and then low cycle lows. And that those low cycle lows, I'm interested in buying at that point in time. So whatever I'm going to be making now, I'm not going to be putting that back into Bitcoin. I'm going to be waiting here over here for the Bitcoin price to touch back here at this green line. And then I will probably likely go all in and repeat the cycle over and again. So that's pretty much it. If I go over here quickly to the news, and this is also what I talked about a little bit earlier in this video, I think 200,000 US dollar for Bitcoin is going to be hit. We have the vice president currently going to be speaking at Bitcoin 2025. Absolutely insane. And as well, what actually happened here, of course, with the president, he put out a social media post where he touted XRP, Solana, and ADA in a crypto strategic reserve, but it was apparently pushed by a lobby group with crypto clients which were unknown to the president. The lobbyist has been exiled from the White House ever since. So basically, this tweet that happened here about XRP, Solana, and ADA being inside some kind of a crypto strategic reserve, apparently that is no longer going to be happening. It was maybe some kind of a fake news event, and it's very likely that we're going to only get a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So again, I very much believe that Bitcoin will continue to perform very, very well and probably will hit 200,000 US dollar. If I'm going to be holding this until 200,000 US dollar, I don't exactly know, but I do personally believe that we are not there anytime soon. So I think we're only starting this pump and we will continue to move further to the upside. With that, I want to end this video. Hope to see you guys in my next video.